just gonna go ahead and put it right up in here, you see. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice and warm, this soil.
Got him.
What is up, YouTube? Thanks a lot for coming to another one of my videos. As you can see, it's really easy to hook these things together. You just put your brace in the ground, you get your 15-pound sledge, and you just knock it right down. As you can see here, we're using all of these zip ties to hold it in secure.
Get him, Grabby. Grab it, just grab them.
Oh!
That is why they call him Grabby.
Grab, that's right. Live action. Then I come over here with this one over here. Just stick that right in the ground like so. You see that?
Very nice.
See this? Fish poop. 100% fish poop.
Iguana People.
Welcome to another video from the Iguana People. Today, Johan be starting a new DIY project for y'all at home. He be buying some common stuff from the Home Depot to build a cucumber garden. I tell ya, it gonna be nice and grow like so fast. Let's see what he's doing. I can't wait to see this.
What is up, YouTube? Thanks a lot for coming to another one of my videos. As you can tell from the thumbnail, you know what I'm doing. I'm building again another do-it-yourself project, but this time I'm using some cattle fencing and some of these stakes and some of these zip ties, and I'm making what they call an arch here, and I'm going to put in a couple of grow beds here, and I'm going to grow cucumbers out of this, and I'm going to probably set up about 3 of these, and then it'll all have its own water system here, and all of the water in question will be coming off of the ponds. As you can tell, I'm building other ones here too, as I go along, and just to see how things are gonna go. So I guess we're gonna be putting this together. Of course, it's gonna be a real simple thing. It's gonna be a Johan and Ollie thing. That's how quick this is. And you can do this on your patio, in your backyard, if you live in New York City and you got a little patio, or if you got a little backyard. Something like this would be great, guys, in the summertime, even for like strawberries. If you wanted to use this as a strawberry trellis, or even a green bean trellis, or even one of those sugar baby watermelon trellises, they'd be fantastic. So even if you want, even for the hobbyists, if you wanted to grow gourds or whatever, you have a perfect place, because you can walk down through this. And take a look at some of these pictures up here on what this thing is going to look like. I mean, you can do this yourself. It's real easy. If you want to, go to YouTube and look at some of the other people that are doing some of this stuff. But you're going to be able to walk down through here, and I'm going to be able to pick my stuff with ease. And then I'll give it to my animals or whoever, whoever likes it. Some people in the neighborhood, I give the people the food. That's why I grow the trees and everything, So I can grow fruit trees and all of that, avocados, I give them to people, So anyway, stick by with this video today, guys. We're gonna be putting this together. It's a step-by-step thing. So stick by, and I'll show you how we do this. As you can see, it's really easy to hook these things together. You just put your brace in the ground. You get your 15-pound sledge, and you just knock it right down. You just commence to put it all the way down. And you want to bring those wings. You see those wings?
Oh yeah.
You want to bring them right up in the ground now. What I do is I just give it one little extra hit for a good measure. And then I'll come over and I'll get another one. Hey, listen, if somebody as old as I can put this up, look, I put this up as long as it took Ollie to get the camera back. It's quick, y'all. Really quick. So what I'll do here, so I'll go ahead and move this in where it's nice and even like. And that's how I'll just come to pass with this here. And what I'll do here is I'll knock this down with this. You want to make sure you get a good shot. Want to make sure that those wings nuts are going to be right in the ground, nice and tight like. See that?
Oh yeah.
So now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll zip tie these together to this first piece. And what I like to do, you know what I'm gonna do, Ollie? I think I'm gonna go ahead and put up the second one, and then we'll go ahead and we'll zip tie them all together. So now I'm gonna go ahead to every one of these here, and I'm gonna go ahead and use these zip ties to fasten them together. Man, I really hit my finger on that nail a little while ago.
Must have hurt.
Well, I didn't feel it before, but I tell you what, I'm feeling it now, and it's got little bruise up underneath there.
Little bruise, huh?
And that hurts.
Yeah.
Look at Mary Jane out there rolling around.
She rolling around in the dirt.
That's that new blacktop we put down.
Yeah.
So she isn't. She's liking the feel of it. So this here is pretty cool, and I cannot wait to have it going where all of them are put together, and we're actually growing stuff off of it. I'm gonna go ahead and put, make the grow beds in here really easy. I'm gonna use these square bins, and I'm gonna set them up right in here. This way it's easy, and I don't have to mess with it. I don't have to bend over. I don't have to do nothing. It'll be all self-contained. Man, my finger really hurts. Oh, look at that. It's starting to develop a bruise.
It's black.
Yeah.
It's very black.
So that's going to be painful. I know that is. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. And you guys got the general idea on how this is going. And then the next step is this for us to go ahead and put those beds together. What we're going to use to plant in. Man,
Very
that's
cool.
a little tough. So as you can see here, we're using all of these zip ties to hold it in secure, nice place, nice and strong. Look how strong that is, guys. So it's really, really strong to the touch, and it'll withstand some nice sized winds. These here are like 2 foot in the ground. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna use some of all of the stuff that's on the property. What I like to do here is I like to use these bins. Okay, I got some smaller bins, and I'm gonna line them all up in here, and I'm gonna put some of this matter in it. I also got some fish poop over here. This here is a really nice setting of fish poop. 100% fish poop here. This stuff here is the best fertilizer in the world. I sell it by the kilo and by the half a kilo. Half a kilo will make you almost 12 gallons of regular water if you mix it, and it's really, really good for your plants. Not to get off subject or anything, but as you can tell here, we're digging some holes here so we can add some more tanks. These tanks are going to be all the way up there. So this is going to be right where the bait system is, and I just wanted to show you that. That's another video though, but I just wanted to show you what we got going on. Also guys, take a look at some of these little koi. If you guys are wanting some koi, please let me know, because it's that time of the year where I'm going to start to have a bunch of them. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, guys, so I'm going to take this, I'm going to go over there and get some soil that I have left over. I'm going to use a bunch of other soil that I got here, and I'm going to start bringing some bins over, and we're going to make some places where we can put soil. So I'm going to use some of this soil here, some of this extra mulch, and because it's been laying around anyway. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with some of these bins. As you can tell, I'm going to use these bins for my grow media. And I'll tell you, it's the easiest thing in the world. And they're inexpensive. I think our friends over there at Home Depot got them for $8.99. Of course, I went over there and used my pro account and ussed them down to $7.65.
Hey, you know, I went into a store last week and they wanted $800 for a TV, but I ussed them down to $500.
Sounds like a bargain there.
A very good bargain.
I'm gonna move this stuff over here, and we're gonna show you how we're gonna do this. So we go ahead and we put holes in these bottoms. This way when we put water in them, they don't sit in there and rot out the roots. So you just wanna make sure you got a bunch of holes. So we go ahead and throw that out.
Very nice job.
Throw a couple more, throw like 3, 1, 2, 3 down that road.
Pam.
Yeah. So it's evidently clear I'm going to need 2 more of these. So, but in the meantime, I'm just going to run this whole video because there's no sense in me running back to our friends in Home Depot. But I'm going to show you the gist of how everything we're going to get these 4 done. And I'm going to show you how we do this. First thing we want to do is remember all of this foliage that we had that we pick up in the yard. And the first thing we want to do is not throw that out. First thing you want to do is take all of this stuff and you want to throw portions of it into your grow boxes. You may ask why.
Why, Johan?
Well, you do this because all of this stuff in the bottom is going to rot out and it's going to bring beneficial needs to your plants. You know, so all of this stuff is great. And wait, I even throw fish poop on that, you know, to give it that extra jump before I, before I do anything. And there's everything in here. There's sticks, you know, there's sticks, there's pieces of wood, there's leaves, you know, and you just throw this stuff in there. And then on top of this, you throw your plant matter. And this stuff is great. Okay, so now, probably saying, wow, Johan, that's some wild stuff, but this is even better. See this? Fish poop. 100% fish poop. So, what I do here, guys, is I take a little bit of this, and I'll just go like that. See that? So I just do this here.
Somebody had a burrito.
Yep. Wet Fart Thursday.
Taco Bell.
Yep. Pour a little bit in there. A little bit in there. And this stuff will make your plants wondrous, y'all. And then, what I like to do is I'll come up behind it.
Got some mulch.
And I'll throw some mulch up in there. Just to give it a little bit of extra tardiness. I like throwing everything in my piles, right? Because if you do this, you're gonna have good plants.
You're gonna have a good time.
You're gonna have a good time.
If you pizza, or if you French fry while you pizza, you're gonna have a bad time.
Okay, you see what he did? He French fried when he should have pizzaed. You French fry when you pizza, you're gonna have a bad time.
That's right. What I'll do here, I'll push all of that down, poop and all. Give it a quick little mix like. Move this out of the way. Put that right there.
Got it?
Oh, this dirt is a little heavy today. What I'll do here, I'll take this And I'll throw this up in here.
Johan prepping his box.
Yeah, man, I don't mess around, y'all. You know? I don't mess around. When it comes to growing, this family knows. In fact, if you guys don't know about my son Frank, he runs a cannabis farm up in Northeast Pennsylvania, and they call it what is it? Northeast Relief? Northeast Relief. You'll find their information down below. You'll also find that my son makes his own soils and stuff like that. Of course, he's on a different end of the market. He's on the cannabis market. Me, I'm on the regular retired market. Vegetables, fruits, everything else, nuts. You know it. So, but yeah, don't be surprised. But yeah, tell my son that I sent you. Tell him that the Iguana People sent you. Tell him that you're watching the Iguana People and you saw his advertisement on my stock. So, I'm gonna go ahead now and I'm gonna open up this here bag of dirt.
Miracle Grow is good dirt, Johan.
Yeah, and I just throw it in here like so. I throw this all up in here and mix it. Mix it all up in here. You want to make sure this is nice and airy like, you know, because if you got good soil, you got good what?
Plants.
That's right. If you got shitty soil,
You got bad plants.
but in this case here, I got good shit in my stuff.
Shit. Shit.
That's all right. The FCC says we're allowed to say shit now. So, I'm gonna add more dirt as we come. Whew. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm not gonna bore you with all of this because I don't want you to see the Johan struggle. So, go ahead and I throw all kinds of dirt in here. This one here is a topsoil mix, but I like it because it's got a lot of, other media to it. It's real light, like a peat media it's got to it. And that's why I like that. And it's a great fill, you know? Man, I love the smell of dirt.
It smells very nice.
I just love it. God has put this here for a reason, you know? He has.
To grow
Truly.
nice plants.
Truly has, my friends. Truly has. You know, ain't nothing better either than growing your own food. The way things are going nowadays in the stores. Yeah.
They're very expensive.
Have you seen what the average pepper is? Like
Yeah,
a green bell pepper? They're charging $1.50 each in the store. And they used to be the cheapest ones, the green ones. So, as you can tell, I went ahead and I made some nice beds here. I'm gonna go ahead and put in some cucumbers in here. I'm missing another one of the bins here and here. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna go ahead and redo some fruit trees today. And as you can tell, a lot of things are changing here. So you're probably wondering why I got a different shirt on. That's because it's a different day. I had to fill up all of these things here. I had to run over to Home Depot to get these things here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put these in the ground. So what I'll do here is I got a couple of different things here. Let's see what these are. Okay, these are cucumbers. So what I'm gonna do here, guys, is I'm gonna just separate a hole like so. But what I'll do is I'll pull all of this out. And the reason why I'll pull this out is because this is here has got quite a few plants on it. You see that now?
Oh yeah.
So what I'll do now here is I'll put this right up here in the ground. Put that like so. See that?
Very cool.
Then I'll come over here with this one over here. just stick that right in the ground like so. You see that?
Very nice.
And what I'm going to try to do is make this come up on the tops of these things here. And what they're going to do is they're going to interweave with them. And that's how that this is going to work. You know what? It works out really well, guys. We're going to go right down here and suit, because I have a few different types of cucumbers. This one here is a heirloom pickling type. We're going to go ahead, we're going to put some of these right here. The first thing we got to do is pull these apart, because if you pull them apart, you got more plants to play with. So, but you want to make sure you get the root, enough of the root here, and just put it right in here, like in this ground.
It's very interesting, Johan.
Yep, just put that in there like that. Now, all of these might not take. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I know what you're saying. You don't have to keep telling me.
All right, well, I'm only trying to tell you, Ollie, because if I don't tell you, you're not going to know.
Exactly.
So that's why I got to keep on telling me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I know what you're saying.
All right, good. Let me get this other one over here. And we're just going to put a whole bunch of these around. Now this here, believe it or not, is a zucchini plant. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just move this over here. And you're probably saying to yourself, Sal, why is Johan putting all of these plants differently in this environment? Well, I'm putting them in here because we have this beautiful trestle to go ahead and work with. See, now these are all together, so I'm just going to go ahead and put these here. Now, see, these are these squashes, these yellow squashes. I'm just going to go ahead and put it right up in here. You see? Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice and warm, this soil. And what you want to do, you want to break that off. You want to put that right up in here.
Just put it in.
And I just put it right up here on the top. And I move it right back in here.
Cool.
Then I've got another space right here that I'm going to do that to. I'm going to put this piece up in here. Let's see.
What's
Let's
that
see what
one?
this one is. I got a bunch. I got zucchinis. I got cucumbers. So I'm going to put this up in here. Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, put that right up in there. See, I want to save these too because
Why?
you know, when you have other plants and you want to have clippings, you got little pots. You know, to go out and buy these, you want to go out and buy these little pots, they're somewhere like 25, 30 cents if you buy them wholesale. So I save them. I definitely save them. Let's see here. Now we're going to go ahead and put this up in here. See what this one is here. Get some more yellow squash. I'm gonna put this all up here in one plant because I don't like to mess around. I don't know where y'all are from, but where I'm from, we like to have a variety of things.
I like growing fresh vegetables, Johan.
Yes. I tell you, with all the prices out there in the stores today, you're stupid not to. You're silly not to. Oh man.
Looks like you got one left.
Yep. And that will go right up in here. See, I have seeds in here too.
Oh yeah, that's right. You planted seeds.
Planted seeds in here, so I have all kinds of stuff floating around in here.
Nice.
And then plus, I still here. See, here's another cucumber.
Cucumber.
I'll just throw that right up in there like so.
That grow.
And then we're gonna save this like that. I like to give it a little spread of the hand.
Little rub down.
Yeah, a little reach around there. Then I come up here and then I water my plants. Yeah. You want to make sure you water this whole thing. Because, yeah, look at all these seeds up in here.
Oh, very nice.
Threw some seeds up in here.
gonna come out beautiful.
All kinds of things are gonna be growing up in here. And that's what I like, because all these squashes and everything, they work out real well. Now these will grow pretty good. And that's it, guys. I'll keep you guys regulated and updated. I'm definitely gonna go ahead and make some more here. Make a couple of more boxes here and put some more stuff. And we'll see how this goes, guys. But in the meantime, I appreciate you guys coming to this video. I wanted to show you what we're doing over here in the Black House. I have to change, it's a little windy out here today. You're gonna have to forgive the sounds. And we have the fair going on here in town. So it's we're really busy out here on the road. As I said earlier in this video, this thing is really easy to build. You can go to Tractor Supply and you can buy these things. These here are roughly about $30, $28 a piece. You can get these little stands here and you hammer them in the ground. And you know, the zip ties, believe it or not, the zip ties are the most expensive of the hardware, believe it or not. A bag of like 25 or 30 of these were almost $21. I cannot believe that a zip tie is that expensive. I remember my dad, when I was a little guy, saying, "My goodness, this is going to be the revolution of the earth. Things are going to change with this and that." That's pretty good. Yeah, they turned out to be really expensive. But yeah, this stuff here is inexpensive to go ahead and make, and you can grow an awful lot of vegetables with it, man. It works out really well. I wanted to show you what we've been doing here. I got some new fish in the other day. These are some little koi.
Very nice.
And I've been treating them. You have to treat them in quarantine for about 14 days. Simply when another farm fish comes in, you want to make sure that you clean it up with to remove all of their bugs and flukes and whatever else they may be carrying. You have to do that, because if you don't, you're going to have problems. You're going to have a bad time. Now today, speaking of bad time, I had to run a wire, went from here to over there, because I'm having an electrical issue here. So I got to wait for my electrical guy to come in. So we can take care of that, and that's going to be another video probably. But again, guys, I appreciate you coming to this video. It's been really nice of you guys to support us as we can. I guess we're rolling into 128 now.
About 128, 129.
129,000 subscribers now. We've moved on to other media floors such as Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, a couple of those things. You'll find us out there. I appreciate all of them likes and comments and stuff, guys, and I also appreciate our media guy who's taking care of everything. Ollie has been really busting his tail out there on the editing and also all of the media that you guys see out there. He runs all of that stuff. He takes care of it. His job is not easy. This is one of the reasons why we don't let Ollie be seen too much out there, because we don't want him to be bombarded. So, but again, guys, I appreciate you coming to my videos, and we look forward to seeing you again. If you're not my friend, now would be a great time to like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that note button up there, and then bam, you know when we're putting up them videos. Thanks a lot for coming. We'll see you again. See you later.
Thanks for coming to the video, everybody. Now's the time to like, comment, and subscribe to Sunset Aquatics on YouTube.